for just a moment to risk analysis. So we prepare, as accountants, we will prepare financial statements. But it's also really important to understand the perspective of the user, which I've discussed before in this class, the importance of understanding the user's perspective. So people, like investors and creditors who use the financial statements that we put together are not just going to, verbatim read each line and get all the information that they need. So in order to understand and analyze risks, investors and creditors may use ratio analysis as one method of getting more information from the financial statements. Okay? This is in your notes. This is actually going back to before statement of cash flows. Okay? It's in those same slides, but I had skipped them because I wanted to get to cash flows last week. So ways of doing financial statement analysis. So one thing is use comparative financial statements. So this is a big thing. And I think that just from gathering from the discussion with a couple of you at the beginning of the class, comparative financial statements, comparing prior year to current year financial statements is a very big method that auditors will use in order to just kind of get familiar with changes that may have taken place. Because generally, year over year, you anticipate that things will be sort of steady, right? That's one of the goals of accrual basis financial statements is you should be able to predict what's going to happen in the future based on the financial statements that you see today, okay? And looking at comparative financial statements can also give you trends to help you help financial statements to be more predictive. So one way that one technique you can use is to use comparative financial statements, year over year changes, percentage changes, things like that. And then other ratios, analyzing within that year's financial statements is another way. Okay, taking different information and looking at them together. So I'm not going through every possible ratio that you can do. I'm not, I'm just going to touch on the thing to cash. So what do you think, if you were thinking about ratios that involve liquidity, what kind of items are we looking at? Current, like short-term things that are probably current as opposed to long-term. So